Hey guys, Omni here. We are back with episode 15 of season 2 of Batwoman. Last week's episode had quite a bit going on in it. We have a new strain of snakebite that has hit the scene, which kind of causes this kind of bath salts kind of zombie outbreak in its user base. Instead of allowing them to access their own memories, it makes them crave the memories of others, which causes them to go out and start attacking people on the streets. While all this is going on, most of our team, Sophie, Luke, and Ryan end up in jail because they have a confrontation with a racist police officer who comes to their bar to shut down their little celebration of what's going on. And there's definitely some themes of that carry out throughout the rest of the episode, as they're also reflecting on how they've had to individually dance through life in these certain ways. We have this nice little conversation while they are locked up with Sophie, Luke, and Ryan about how they've all dealt with this sort of thing in a different way. And it's not just Ryan's point of view. Like, they've all dealt with this type of stuff their entire lives, just because they've had different upbringings or different situations, one of them trying to be a cop. It doesn't really reflect in the one way that Ryan's seeing it. And I like that whole little back and forth and exchange that they had while they were in there. Then we have this guy that came in to lock up and was also trying to, like, play nice with the rest of them, which comes back later because the same guy got arrested for Grand Theft Auto, I think, which got him in there. They caught him trying to break into a car. And then Ryan's little cute friend that she's been making at the bar with the community center, I can't remember her name. She goes and gets them out of jail and allows them to go out into the world and try to help with what's going on out there, because they were ignorant to this whole situation, everything that's been going on in the city, because they've been locked up. So they jump right on it. Ryan goes out. They develop a little bit of a vaccine for it. Mary and Jacob are at the clinic after she had finally pulled Jacob out of his overdose, and they are really kind of trying to help the people that are coming in there one after the other. It's a fun little episode, a bonding moment for them too. But on the flip side of this, of course, to try to put a dampener on this and contain this situation, the Crows get engaged. So Tavrov is sent out, with Sophie being the acting commander at this point because Jacob is still at the clinic. He clearly is disregarding all of her leadership, all of her orders and all this, and she only gets him to do anything by putting her foot down, like in a really intense little moment and scene. But immediately once he's out in the field, just disregards that, where they're trying to save lives with Batwoman injecting them with a cure. Tavrov's just like, fuck it, I'm just going to mow them all down. He just starts unloading into these people and saying that there was no point and no cost or whatever, that it was self-defense or some bullshit. I can't remember exactly what he says. Because of that, because of everything they had talked about in the prison cell, Sophie makes the decision to leave the Crows. So I'm curious to see how that evolves with this character moving forward. But also due to this, Tavrov not really having anybody keeping an eye on him now, which comes back to the end of the episode where Luke sees the guy from the jail cell breaking into yet another car. And rather than call the police, he gets inspired to take his own stand to try to confront him and get him to stop after, since they had all kind of served time together. So he goes over, approaches this guy, and all this, like, you know, ally speech that he had been spouting while they were locked up goes right out the window when he just tells him to screw off, essentially. And just in time, while he's trying to, like, figure things out, Tavrov's crew rolls up and sees just these two confronting each other. And he's like, no. Luke reaches into his coat, trying to be like, listen, this guy's a known car thief. I've got video evidence. And he reaches into a coat. Tavrov screams gun, and then he shoots Luke. And Luke goes down, and if anything happens to Luke, which I don't think they will, I have seen some, I won't say anything what I've seen, but if anything happens to Luke moving forward, I'm out. I'm just out. I'm out. He's like, him and Alice are like my anchors for this show right now. The only things really keeping me engaged into what's happening in the story. So if anything happens to them, I might just stop watching. So we'll see how this whole thing goes. I don't want to spoil anything of what I've seen. I just hope some things don't happen and some things maybe do. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear and see what direction the show actually goes in, because you can't always take some of these photos at face value that end up on your Twitter feed. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this episode. Guys, remember, full-length, unedited reaction watch-alongs are available over on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel itself, gets you access to the same content. That all being said, let's go ahead and dive in. Here we go.
We approached. Suspect reached inside his jacket and pulled out a gun.
Luke Fox used to work for my daughter. He seems more like the type to wield a keyboard than a gun.
Well, I don't know him, but I know what I saw.
Yeah, okay.
Suspect turned to shoot, and I fired before he could do the same to us.
Sounds like you should be commended for your bravery, Agent Tavrov. Any more questions? We have to review the body cam footage. Send in Agent Miller.
Fucking get out of here, you piece of shit. Luke, you stay the fuck away from that light.
Hello?
Is it Lucius?
Dad?
Okay, maybe tread a little closer to the light. Maybe like tickle the light a little bit. That's it.
The first bullet caused injury to his kidney, spleen, colon. The second tore through a major vein, causing massive blood loss. Already coded twice, and right now he's in a coma. They're not sure if he's gonna make it.
So, why aren't you at Gotham General right now?
Because Gotham General doesn't have this.
I'm really disappointed that we didn't get more Enigma. I'll just say that right now, man. The whole family has files here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm done with you.
Typically, when one storms out after winning an argument, they don't come crawling back.
Figured. I ditched the evidence.
Probably for the best, considering whose daughter that is.
No idea. Riddle me that.
Yeah, you just killed the Riddler's daughter, bud.
Still won't give up on Kate, huh?
Shut the fuck up. Oh, bitch.
Why I'm invested. But why is Black Mask so obsessed with knowing all the dirty details of the Kane family? Our dead
I mean, they are kind of the head of the Crows, right?
I don't care. I told you how I feel. Your sister isn't worth you getting killed over.
I guess I'm on my own then.
I hope Riddler does show up, which I doubt they'll have the Riddler actually show up, but I hope I hope Riddler kills his ass.
Dad, you know it's impossible to get
Oh.
your man's attention when he's deep in thought.
Bruce, what are you doing here?
You called me here.
Why would I call you here?
Luke, you've been shot. You brought me here because you have a choice to make.
We have to get justice for Luke.
Focus on saving him. I'll take care of the Crows. How do you access the freaking internet on this thing?
Son of a bitch.
Is that the agent who shot Luke?
Russell Tavrov. Of course he did this.
Hey, you need backup?
Anne was the one that was
I want to see how Russell does
running your
against
blood.
someone who is bulletproof.
I do like that we kind of have through this like limbo sequence with Luke that we're getting a little taste of what the real Bruce Wayne is like in this world, because he would be the only person around right now that would really kind of remember.
You broke the law, just like you're doing right now.
Oh, god damn. Is the guy just waiting around the corner to like go fuck somebody up? Maybe it was I was too, he was texting. I was like, pick me up back here. Too drunk, bruh. Oh, fuck you, dude. Do your research, you piece of shit.
I killed you. I even chose my sister over you, and yet still I haven't fully pushed you away, so either you're a masochist or you hate yourself.
I can't help who I love.
I want you and I want my sister back, and if you truly loved me, you would want me to have it all too.
Man, if only I could go back and not snap Enigma's neck.
I need your help. You okay? You should see the Crows' truck. The Crows ran you down, one of Russell Tavrov's boys. Are you sure you don't want to be with Luke right now? Luke's gonna be fine. Fine? He's unconscious in the ICU. Mary's on her way to the hospital with Desert Rose.
If she can get it to him.
Excuse me.
Of course, they have crows guarding her fucking, guarding Luke's fucking room.
No one's allowed in.
I'm Mary Hamilton, daughter of Jacob Kang, your boss.
We're here on your father's orders.
Crows have issued a statement on the incident, along with newly released body camera footage.
Whoa, whoa!
Wait.
They,
Luke holding a gun.
Doctor, fuck you, technology.
The Crows have just released the name of the armed suspect, Lucas Fox, who was released from jail hours before the confrontation. The gun. 27-year-old son.
How is there a damn video of Luke carrying a gun? I don't know. Well, think! Because I highly doubt.
I mean, it's almost like if she was still with the Crows, she'd be able to do something right now.
All the body cam metadata is sent to the Crow's air gap server. If we can get the metadata off that server, we can compare it to the footage playing on the news and prove the original was altered. Well, that just flowed right off your tongue.
We're going back to this again.
You knew it was broken.
Ryan, I didn't shoot Luke, so please stop acting like this is my fault.
It's not. It's mine. That's crazy. Why
Wait,
did
how
you
did we get
blame
to that?
yourself? I gave him hell for being a bystander. Ryan, you didn't do this. Luke put himself in the way. Because of me. Sophie, he can't die.
Well, shit.
You can hang on. Or you can let go. Join him. What's it gonna be, buddy?
Bruce, I don't know. I just want to go talk to my dad
No,
for
it
a bit.
doesn't work that way.
He's right there. Why can't I just go talk to him?
Because if you go talk to the old man, that's it. You're dead. Your decision's been made. There's no going back.
Did we call in Wolf Spider?
Odd tip, coffee at the hospital cast is extra tragic.
That is a nice comeback.
You're just doing your jobs, and so heroically too.
I mean, is this still going to be Luke's decision, even though he just got juiced with like magic juice?
You're about to survive, my friend. Now, are you staying or are you going? Because if you wait much longer, that decision is going to be made for you.
Camrus Johnson is so good. I love him, man.
You were sidelined until I can conduct a full investigation into you and your little posse.
That's what you gotta do, sir.
I half expected him to shoot him, but then there's that.
It'll be just fine if we get rid of the problem.
What is his plan? What the fuck?
Oh my God. What? Tavrov and his murder have the commander. He's not conscious. You need to stop them.
And his murder, because they're crows.
Let the commander enjoy his last high.
I'd be hard pressed to believe that they don't have bulletproof windows. Ooh.
You know what I gave up to save your ass? Clearing Luke Fox's name. I gave you the match and the gas can, Commander. It's up to you to do the rest. Burn it down.
2 Crows agents shot and framed Luke Fox by placing a gun at the scene when he in fact did not have a weapon, and I am personally willing to testify to this in court. In the meantime, the agents involved in this deepfake are being held for assault with the intent to kill. I'm lucky that Batwoman was there to save my life.
What does this say about the Crows as an organization and you as its leader?
As a founder and majority shareholder, I have decided to disband the Crows effective immediately.
What will this mean for the security of
Now the GCPD will actually have to do something.
It doesn't matter that you worked for Batman or both Batwomen. You saved hundreds of lives, cleaned up entire neighborhoods. You're given hope.
There's this audio is popping so bad. I'm sorry about that.
You still got shot. And there is a whole mess of people out there willing to believe that you deserved it. Just because you're black.
Then what's the point?
It's not for me to say.
You left. I've always wondered why. And it's because it's just all so damn depressing. Because no matter what good we try to put into the world, it's still a world where this happens. And I don't want to live in that world anymore. I want to be with my dad.
And that's your choice.
He wanted to die. Alice. Ooh.
I need your help. Kate's alive.
Not this again.
Daddy, she's alive. We are gonna stop at nothing. And we're gonna get her back.
Oh! Oh! Normally I look away before the promos roll, but I didn't make it in time, and I saw some things. I'm excited. Next week. Dude, I can't wait. Holy shit. Okay. That's happening sooner than I expected it would. I'm sure you guys have seen it. If you're watching this, you guys know what I'm talking about, but I won't talk about it. And just in case people have tuned away by that point. This was a really strong episode. I actually really enjoyed that. We ran the moment of me rolling my eyes at Ryan again for going after Sophie, but it was at least this time around she acknowledged she was just misdirecting her anger at herself and at the Crows to Sophie, and I like that. And then they ended up finally comforting each other. I like that they found a way to bring the Bruce Wayne actor back into this and not have just wasted that whole casting by having him come up in this like Luke purgatory dream space to kind of be his mediator between whatever decision Luke decides to make in these moments. I wish we could have lived in that a little bit, had a little more of a conversation there. Clearly, the show, I still think, needs to answer the Bruce Wayne question sometime. For fuck's sake. Seriously. Like, we need to figure out what happened there. Is he dead? Did he give up? What happened? I hope we get answers before the show ends about what's going on with that. So, I mean, I don't know what to touch upon. I like that Alice did not give up on Kate despite that little conversation that Ocean gave at the end of last episode. I like them talking about, well, hopefully her father doesn't get pissed off and come after you, hinting at the Riddler. It'd be nice if the show does introduce the Riddler and has him come into this, maybe for season 3, as maybe like a setup or a lead into season 3. Since we at least know that that's all, at least been green light for season 3 so far. But I do kind of, I still have yet to really care for this Ocean character, but I like when Alice confronted him with that same question. I was like, if you actually love me, you should want me to have it all. I mean, ideally, as somebody who's in love with somebody, I would say that's very true. Like, you should want to give them the world, give them everything that you can possibly give them, not take away or cut off an opportunity, no matter what your opinion is on it, unless it is toxic to their health and well-being, maybe, and that still shouldn't be your choice. But yeah, I like that they revisited that conversation and went a different route with it, and just like all of their conflicts ends up with them banging. I love that they got Wolf Spider to come back around and be the one that sneaks in since Mary can't get in. This full turn of these crows that were corrupted to the point they took out their own commander and was going to frame him for something like that. I mean, it's not like framing him. Obviously, he is guilty of using snakebite, but they were going to shoot him up with multiple needles, man. They were going to A-train that motherfucker. And they came out getting exactly what they deserved. That whole scene, like I said, I was like, yeah, you gotta turn your brain off every now and then. With an organization like that, I would imagine they had bulletproof walls, so it wouldn't be as easy as Batwoman just like kicking the window down and coming in there, but it's whatever. I like that whole scene. I liked her beating ass, and I like her actually saving Jacob, the conversation she actually said to Jacob, that wake-up call, all the interactions between Jacob and Sophie in this. You know, I think this and the last episode were two highlights of this journey with Jacob Kane, where I feel like it's the first time in a long time that, or at least, and that I can remember, of him making a smart decision and one that we want him to make. You know, I like that direction they took. I like him coming out and putting himself on the line to do what's right for the Crows, for Gotham, for Luke. And coming back to Luke in that way, he was like, you know, one of the struggles of Batman is that he doesn't give up, you know, and it seems like his crusade, and even the crusade of most of the heroes, it never leads to long-term change in their respective cities. If anything, you'd argue there's an escalation. You could argue that it just keeps coming. While they're giving hope, they're keeping evil at bay. I'll say that at least. Even if evil keeps coming, they are saving lives, but they are also not really changing anything. They're just basically an unstoppable force between an unmovable object, that being evil, and them being the other object there. Them combating and keeping one of those two from overflowing into all those that are just trying to live their lives and not fighting the fight or whatever. So, I mean, there is a good to it. It's just like in a fight that'll never end. And I like that Luke is reflecting on that. I was like, but he chose to not live in a world that doesn't change. Like, if it's not going to get better, why keep fighting? And he was going to just go to his dad and die. Like Ghost Bruce said, he was like, if you wait too long to make your decision, the decision will be made for you. I feel like it was kind of set up to imply to Luke that if he doesn't make the choice, he will just die. But in the end, it was like he waited too long and he had no choice but to wake up and go back into that world. And I think that Luke, based on what happened last episode, is going to head down that path. And can only assume that we're going to see over the course of these last couple of episodes, and maybe something that develops later, even more in season 3, Luke transition into Batwing, take a more active stance in this fight, this protection of the world, this changing of the world, and giving something back into it himself as an active role. And I'm really hoping that we take that turn with it. And I think that they've been kind of setting that up, and the promo, I think, is going to push us in that direction. So I'm excited to see where this whole thing goes, man. I am really excited for next week's episode. I will say that right now. This particular situation across all the shows, I've been talking about it, and I can't wait to see how it plays out on all of these other shows. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm glad that Luke's okay. And I thought there was a lot of great moments in this episode. This is probably my favorite episode of the season so far. It's either this one or the one with Stephanie Brown, as far as my favorite episodes of the season. But yeah, guys, I want to know what you all thought. What did you think of this episode? Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Huge shout out to our channel legends, Mandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, and Jason Coleman. Thank you guys so much for your support. Remember, guys, full-length watch-along reactions are available over on Patreon, or if you become a YouTube member on the channel, both gets you access to it as well. We got a Discord channel if you want to talk about the episode, the other shows, movies, what have you. Links to that and all my socials are in the description of the video. Hope to see you all there. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next episode of Batwoman. Take care, everybody.